Deep beneath the ocean's waves, there's a whole other world just waiting to be discovered. Join us today as we venture into the vast unknown and count down 8 mysterious facts about the ocean. Today's video was requested by Fade Allegiant. If you have any other topics you'd like to learn about, subscribe and let us know in the comments section below. Number 8. Underwater crop circles. Discovered in 1995 off the coast of Japan, these strange geometric formations remained a mystery for almost a decade. Their eerie resemblance to the crop circles discovered on land invited speculation on what may have caused them, and for many, the immediate suspects were extraterrestrials or ancient underwater beings. The answer to the mystery would eventually be slightly underwhelming. The 5-inch culprit was caught in the act in 2011. It was a male pufferfish. This creature would dig ridges in the sand using its fins while repeatedly moving in and out of the circle. It would even adorn the circle with small coral and shell fragments. As the fish swam, fine sand particles would stir up and be gathered together in the middle of the circle. The main purpose behind the male pufferfish's artistic endeavor was not only aesthetic, but to attract a mate. If a female found the display appealing, it would lay its eggs in the center of the circle. Scientists found that circles of a higher quality would make the female fish more likely to mate with the male that built them. Number 7. Bermeja Island. The island of Bermeja was located around 60 miles from the Yucatan Peninsula. That is, if it did really exist. The unusual thing about the island is its tendency to disappear and reappear on maps and historical records. On maps produced between 1535 and 1775, the existence of the mysterious island was confirmed. After an expedition in search of the island yielded no result, it disappeared from geographical and historical records, only to resurface on a US map in 1857. Books published by the Mexican government continued to include the island. Then, in 1997, the Mexican government decided to explore the area where the island was supposed to be located and found no trace of its location. This prompted a series of conspiracy theories, the most prominent of which claimed that the CIA had intentionally sunken the island to expand the area where the US was allowed to drill for oil. This theory gained popularity when shortly after Mexican Senator Jose Angel Conchelo stated that the island had been purposefully destroyed. He died in a mysterious car accident. A 2009 expedition conducted by the Autonomous University of Mexico confirmed the island's absence. Number 6. Gold. The water of the world's oceans contains almost 20 million tons of gold, but the concentration is extremely dilute. The undissolved gold lies in and on the sea floor. There currently isn't a cost-effective method of mining and extracting the gold from the ocean. Nevertheless, should that change, it's been estimated that the amount of gold extracted would be so massive that it could provide each person on the planet with 9 pounds in weight. Number 5. Baltic Sea Anomaly. In the summer of 2011, members of the Swedish Ocean X diving team were looking for a shipwreck in the Baltic Sea when their sonar picked up an intriguing image. According to the team, the image revealed a 200-foot circular object with features not resembling anything produced by nature, around 260 to 300 feet below. They returned to the site the following year, but claimed that as soon as they were above the object, mysterious electrical interference tampered with their equipment, preventing them from getting a clearer image. Their equipment became operational only once they moved several hundred feet away from the anomaly, they said. As soon as the image went public, there were claims that it could possibly represent a UFO, an underwater Stonehenge, or a portal to another world. The strange object bore a similarity to the Millennium Falcon from the Star Wars franchise. A consensus of scientists and experts said that the image most likely represented a natural geological formation. Others debated whether the claims made by Ocean X wasn't just a way for them to make money by offering submarine visits to the site for wealthy tourists. Despite all of these theories, no one knows for sure what the Baltic Sea anomaly actually represents. Number 4. Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle has been described as a portion of the North Atlantic Ocean bordered by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. However, this is a loose interpretation, as other borders have also been suggested, effectively increasing its surface. Also known as the Devil's Triangle, a number of ships and aircrafts have disappeared in the area, never to be found again. It's often cited among the ocean's greatest mysteries. The largest single loss of life in the history of the US Navy took place sometime after March the 4th, 1918, when the USS CYCLOPS, carrying a crew of 309 souls, vanished without a trace in the Bermuda Triangle. No SOS call was sent out, and despite the many scenarios put forth, no one knows what really happened to the vessel and its crew. 5 US Navy bombers disappeared in the area in 1945 while on a training flight. A rescue aircraft carrying a crew of 13 was sent to search for them, and they disappeared without a trace. Numerous other disappearances have also occurred, adding to the notoriety of the Bermuda Triangle. Each incident has a number of theories, including violent weather, strong currents, human error, even sinkholes. Those who favor the myth have blamed the disappearance on supernatural forces, extraterrestrial elements, or rips in the space-time continuum. Number 3. Sea Peoples. They came from the sea in their warships, and none could stand against them. This is what one ancient inscription wrote about the Sea Peoples, a maritime band of warriors that wreaked havoc on the Mediterranean for nearly a century during the 2nd millennium BC. It's even believed that they toppled the mighty Hittite Empire. It's a widely held notion that they were responsible for the late Bronze Age collapse. Yet, for all the destruction they brought to the ancient world, nobody seems to know anything about who they were and where they came from. There are multiple theories, but in truth, to most, their culture and nationality remains a mystery. All that's known about the Sea Peoples mainly comes from civilizations that fought against them. The most detailed account comes from the time of Ramses III, who fought a series of battles against them around 1170 BC. An inscription on his mortuary temple describes how the Sea Peoples moved south through the eastern Mediterranean and laid waste to cities in Cyprus, Syria, Turkey, and the Levant. Nobody knows their motivation for ravaging the Mediterranean, but some theories claim that they'd been displaced from their homeland by famine or natural disaster. During the 12th century BC, the Sea Peoples in their warships returned to Egypt. Ramses III gathered his forces and faced the Sea Peoples in 1175 BC, a conflict known as the Battle of the Delta. As archers lined the banks of the Nile, they unleashed waves of arrows on the enemy ships. The battle left Egypt severely weakened, but put an end to the Sea Peoples' raids and ended the historical mentioning of them. It's as if they vanished from history, leaving behind a trail of mystery and unanswered questions. Number 2. Hidden treasures. No mystery would be complete without the search for secret treasure. Some estimates claim there's more historical artifacts lying in the ocean than in all of the world's museums combined. According to James DELGADO, Director of Maritime Heritage Program for the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the total number of shipwrecks since the dawn of history is well over 1 million, and the vast majority are yet to be discovered. The ocean holds many secrets regarding the planet's origins and human history. Finding shipwrecks and sunken artifacts may provide a key towards unlocking these mysteries. Number 1. Mauritius Underwater Waterfall. Around 8 million years ago, gigantic underwater volcanic eruptions led to the formation of the MASCARENE Islands, around 1,200 miles off the southeast coast of Africa. Mauritius is one of these islands, and it is well known for its reefs, lagoons, and beaches. Aside from its abundance of natural beauty, Mauritius is also known for a remarkable natural phenomenon. From an aerial view, you can see what looks like an underwater waterfall near the southern tip of the island. It's a stunning sight to behold, but the entire phenomenon is actually an optical illusion. The entire group of islands rest on what is known as an ocean shelf, a plateau below the sea created by seafloor spreading a few million years ago. This is the largest known plateau of its kind, and at its deepest only measures around 500 feet. However, the drop-off point at the edges of the shelf plunge more than 13,000 feet deep into the abyss. The optical illusion, which resembles an underwater waterfall, is actually just sand and silt, pushed from the beaches of Mauritius and pulled into the drop-off by oceanic currents. However, underwater waterfalls do exist. Land waterfalls pale in comparison to the largest known waterfall, which is actually located underwater between Iceland and Greenland. It's called the Denmark Strait Cataract, and it's 3 times taller than Angel Falls and carries 2,000 times more water than Niagara Falls. Differences in water temperature on each side of the Denmark Strait are what create the waterfall. As the two waterfronts meet, the colder and denser water from the east flows down and underneath the warmer and lighter water from the west.
Realizing the situation, observers on the boat above opened the cage's escape hatch to provide an escape route for the creature. Chan, on the other hand, dived down and slipped out of the bottom of the cage to escape. However, he discovered 2 other sharks swimming close by beneath him. Not wanting to become prey to the pair, he quickly swam back up.